So about 3, 4 weeks ago, I was on a call with this guy, and he booked a call with me. He came through my Calendly, and I was kind of doing some preliminary research, looking into kind of a little bit about his background before I just jumped on a call with him. Checked his Instagram. He had like 450,000 followers on Instagram, right? I'm like, okay, this guy seems credible. I'm going to jump on a call. I'm going to talk to him on the call, kind of see what's going on. I jumped on the call with this guy and we start talking 15, 20 minutes into the conversation. I hit him with the question of, hey man, how much are you making right now? And with 450,000 followers on Instagram and lots of engagement, lots of comments, lots of likes, lots of shares, this guy was only pulling in $10,000 a month. Okay? $10,000 a month. And maybe you're not making any money right now and you're like, oh my God, that's still a lot of money. Okay? Meanwhile, I personally know people and have clients myself who literally have 5,000 followers, 200 followers. One of my clients has 200 followers and he's making 70K a month. Okay? How is that possible? How is that possible? Does audience equal cash? Right? So pretty much today, in today's video, what I'm going to share with you is how to actually leverage yourself in today's market. So you're not just another top spinning. You're not just spinning, 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 working, building this audience or doing all these other activities, exercises that are actually meaningless and are not leveraged, not getting you ahead, and how to actually get ahead with less effort. Okay? And this is not one of those things like, oh, get rich quick scheme. When I say less effort, I mean actually doing the things that actually matter. Okay? Because there's two kinds of exercises. Things that matter and things that don't. And 99% of you guys are doing things that don't. Period. Okay? So we're going to jump into it. We're going to take it away. And I'm just going to be presenting. If you're watching with me here, I have one thing that I need you to do. One request. Okay? That one request is I want you to take your phone, turn it on Do Not Disturb, get it out of sight, close all other tabs, put this on full screen. This is a video that could potentially change your life, okay, if you actually have the attention to go through the entire video. So stick with me here. We're going to jump into it. Okay. So pretty much right now in the fitness market, things are kind of fucked. Okay. I hate to say it, things are a little bit fucked. Okay. And how we kind of got to the state is from COVID. Okay. So pretty much what happened during COVID, there were all these in-person gyms, all these personal training studios that were in person. Okay. All these local businesses who were fitness related who were in person. And when COVID happened, all of these businesses, that's a whole separate story, but all these businesses weren't deemed mandatory, okay, businesses. So they were pretty much forced to shut down their business or go online, okay? And lots of people, so many people surged into the online space around COVID, okay? And we saw so many people pop off around that time, okay? But what this did is this made an influx in competition, okay, and variation. When there is in any single market an increase in competition or an increase in volume of participants within a market, selection becomes greater for people who are more positioned to survive. Okay? The same thing happens in evolution. Okay? When you see, for example, natural selection, when you see, for in this case, a group of butterflies who are all brown and yellow, okay? The brown ones can blend into the wood, so the birds aren't going to see those brown butterflies. It's as simple as that, okay? So the market selects for the best suited participants to be in that market, okay? And the same thing is happening with you right now as a fitness coach or an influencer or one of these people online, okay? And the sad reality is that in 2024, most fitness coaches are overworking themselves with a 60, 70, even 100-hour work weeks with very minimal results to show for it, barely keeping the lights on month after month. I know so many people. I don't think you even realize. I was talking with this one girl, and I always say this, her name. Her name is Veronica, okay? When she started, I was on a call with her. Hey, how much are you working? How much are you making? How much are you posting? All this sort of stuff. She was posting. She spent Thursday and Friday all day making content. Okay, she scaled her audience to like 30,000 followers, only making 6K a month. Okay, oh, I just have to keep posting. same position month after month, year by year. That is hell to me. I don't want to be in that position. Okay? The problem, like I said, is everyone is doing the same easy low-level activities, sending out cold DMs, posting across dozens of platforms, following these gurus without solid reasoning, ending up with little to no success. Okay? If you're tired of razor-thin margins, difficult prospects who don't want to get sold, posting every day, putting in huge inputs, getting nothing in return, and you prefer the idea of people coming to you who are pre-sold, ready to buy, this is what I'm going to talk about in today's video, okay? Because what we're going to be talking about is how to get leverage within acquisition, okay? This is a huge part as well. For example, when I was doing cold calls and cold outbound, I would talk to 12 people a day. I would have 12 meetings a day. On paper, people are like, oh my God, you have 12 meetings a day. You must be making all this money, okay? But these people weren't educated. These people didn't know who I was. I had no status with these people. So they were extremely difficult to close. They weren't educated, okay? The best form of education or the best form of marketing is education, okay? So maybe some of you guys are in this position and this is what we're gonna talk about today, okay? So the painful process of high workload, low results is due to having a largely unleveraged process. If you wanna become the best positioned business, you have to have the most leveraged process. And leverage is not something that doesn't work when you're smaller. Leverage is not something that doesn't work when you're bigger. Leverage is consistent across any level of volume. Any level of volume. Because it's based off of an input to output ratio. Okay? What I mean by this is if you put X in, you get Y out. Okay? And if that Y, for example, is equivalent or smaller than X, then you are doing something very wrong. Okay? What I mean by this is, for example, some inputs could be money, time, effort, hiring potentially, certain things that you're doing within your business, effort, something you're putting into a system, okay? And the outputs that you are getting should be money, okay? You're in business to make money, okay? And if you are not making enough money, it is because of your lack of leverage, okay? So the only way to do this is by leveraging your limited assets better, okay? While most people are attempting to send out hundreds of DMs, post every day on a dozen platforms, spending all their time and money for literally nothing in return, like 10K a month. Oh my God, I make 10K a month. Cool. Like, I'm not interested in that, okay? You need to focus on the highest leverage activities possible, okay? So what are the highest leverage activities in 2024, okay? So the highest leverage possible is the lowest workload with the highest value result, okay? In the 21st century, we all know that attention has become the dollar, has overcome the dollar as the most valuable currency, okay? So therefore, if you want the best results, you need to spend your limited assets, which are your time, money, and effort, things that you can't get more of, in a sense, or sorry, things that you, for example, time you can't get more of, limited, okay? Effort is capped. You can't be working 24 hours a day, okay? The best methods of earning and owning attention, okay? Businesses that succeed are those who leverage attention effectively. For example, this guy with 450,000 followers, okay? Sure, on paper, he has a bunch of followers. Good job, you are getting attention, but is he leveraging attention, okay? So what we're gonna talk about is a few case studies, okay? So pretty much, I'm gonna zoom in here. So pretty much, if we look at The Rock, okay? So The Rock started as a wrestler, he was an actor, and he scaled that to, like, he was making tons of money, okay? He's making over $10 million a year, okay? What he did is he leveraged his existing audience that he built, and he started scaling his Instagram, and now he has one of the largest followings on Instagram. I think he has like several hundred million on Instagram, okay? And with that audience, he leveraged Teremana, which is his tequila company, which is a $2.8 billion valuation, and he owns a third of that, okay? So he's pretty much almost a billionaire. Probably on paper, or probably in person, like actually, the realized amount is a lot more, okay? But on the internet, around $1 billion, okay? Kim Kardashian, okay? You know, actor, whatever, all this stuff, scaled her audience, focused on her audience, and once she garnered attention with that audience, she leveraged that existing audience and that attention that she was getting not for brand deals. Oh, sponsorship. Here's my Young LA, discount code. Here's my here's the 10% off code to a supplement company that no one knows, that nobody knows. Okay, waste of time. Okay, she started Skims, and Skims is massive now, $4 billion valuation. Okay, and she owns that herself. Mr. Beast. Okay, this is pretty self-explanatory. The biggest YouTuber right now. I believe there's an Indian channel that's higher than him, but he is, I think, top 2 or the first right now. Okay, he leveraged his existing audience, started Mr. Beast Burger. He's valued at $1 billion right now. He actually got an offer on one of his. I saw this video on YouTube. He got offered $1 billion for his channel, and he declined it. Okay, very interesting stuff. Okay, Conor McGregor, same thing. They started low leverage activities. Like Conor McGregor, UFC fight, trying to get attention, building attention, his Instagram, all this stuff. And then he had a mechanism that he was able to leverage through his attention that he was receiving and scaled his Proper 12 brand to 600 million. Same with Rihanna with Fenty. Okay, these are certain things that these people strategically thought of and strategically placed. Okay, so the common trait they all did was they all leveraged attention successfully. Okay, I think these people were focused on, oh, I'm going to send a bunch of cold DMs, or oh, I'm going to do all of this bullshit. Okay, no, they focused on acquiring traffic from channels that were 1 unit of input could return limitless amount of output. Okay, so from an input to output ratio, one input, one thing, one action that they were able to do, such as building attention, was able to result in a larger output, aka leverage. Okay, so for example, there is no limit for the number of people who can view a YouTube video built off of one initial effort of producing the YouTube video. This video that I'm posting right now, this video could get, I don't know, it could be hypothetically played 1 million times, 5 million times. Okay, I'm sure I'm not gonna get that many views at all, of course. Okay, but imagine if I had to do this talk one-on-one. That'd be a waste of time. That'd be a massive waste of time. That wouldn't be leverage at all. Okay, what if I had to have conversations with people? That would be a waste of time. So how can I spread this message that I'm trying to share with you guys in the most leverage way possible? It is through one-to-many. Okay, so one video can reach millions, generate millions of sales, etc. Millions of people watch these people, The Rock, Mr. Beast, etc., because they are delivering value through a limitless traffic channel. Okay? You also have to understand that everything is a value exchange. Everything is. If you're watching this video right now, I am giving you value, and you are giving me value by giving me attention. Okay? So for example, people are trading their time for the entertainment they receive. Nobody will just watch you because I just want to watch you. Okay? You need to deliver value for your audience in some form of another. The forms of this are education or entertainment. You can combine those two, but you have to be very careful with those two. Okay? The form of value that they're delivering in the scenario is entertainment. Okay? We are not in the entertainment industry, and instead we provide value in the form of education for a number of different reasons. Okay? So one of my initial mentors, Nick Cosman, he's from Canada. He talks a lot in his mentorship about education over entertainment, especially from the jump. You have no status. No one knows who you are. No one cares about you. Why would someone watch you? Okay? You have to think of how you can provide education first, not entertainment. This is the thing that many people do wrong as fitness coaches or influencers, is they post videos of them flexing online or funny videos in the gym or day in the life. No one gives a shit. That's not going to convert. That's not going to lead to more sales. Okay? You need to educate people about a specific, unique mechanism that you do. Okay? So, why should we provide education? Okay? Why should we, if we're going to go ahead and we want to be leveraged and we want to leverage attention in today's economy, which is not a bad thing. You should go and build your audience. Okay? But how do you leverage attention with education? Okay? So, when you provide education for free, a few things happen. And I'm sure you probably heard this before. The first thing that happens is, since in today's market, everyone is asking without giving in return. Okay? You are able to leverage the opportunity to build and nurture a strong audience by giving without asking in return. Okay. You'll set yourself apart from all of the gurus trying to lure them into buying info products. And instead, you'll help them achieve real results with the free knowledge you shared with them, earning their trust and loyalty. For example, if you're watching this video right now, you can take this information totally for free and go implement it yourself and probably see a level of success. 110%. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. Okay? Not only will you stand out, but you'll also trigger what's known as the reciprocity bias in their minds. Okay? So what happens is if you give something for free, okay, people cannot judge what they're getting back in return. For example, there was a study done. Let's say I give you $5. The next day I ask you for $10. That person subconsciously cannot judge the amount they should be given back to the person with that kind of ratio. It's not like, oh, I gave you $5 yesterday, so I should only owe you $5. No. There was a study done. 99% of people say yes to that $10. Okay? That is reciprocity bias. Okay? So this is why, rather than doing cold DMs, for example, running into low response rates, low call show rates, decreased reputation, increased difficulty selling, okay? Like, all of you guys are trying to learn all these sales tactics, which are, yes, they're sure, sales tactics are very important. I know a lot about sales, okay? But are you talking to people who are actually educated and have a level of reciprocity towards you, okay? A terrible fulfillment service, okay? Clients lack trust in you and show little respect, constantly trying to take control of your process, despite not understanding it, leading to frustration and inefficiency. Okay? So this leads to kind of one form of another. If you get a client and you hard close a client who is not fully invested, not fully educated, okay, they're going to get bad results. Okay? So it starts at the top of the funnel. How do you make sure that at the top of the funnel, people are educated, people are nurtured, so then when you're jumping on sales calls with people, it's an easy close and they're the best clients ever. Okay? It's through education. So you're able to position yourself to give personal education to them, almost like a big brother who's gone through the transformation you're going to go through. This leads to shorter sales cycles, clearly demonstrating solutions and people wanting to implement those solutions, higher cash collected, higher trust due to understanding your expertise equals higher cash collected. Okay? Easier sales process, 7 hours of content consumption achieved, less objections, etc. So on average, I believe it's around 7 to 10 hours of someone's content before people, that's like statistically 7 to 10 hours of content before people feel the need to want to take it to the next level with the person they're watching. Okay, so think back to all of the YouTubers that you watch consistently or people that you watched when you were younger that you used to binge, and maybe you bought some of their merch. Maybe you bought something, a discount code from them or something. Okay, I surely did when I was younger. Okay, that is because they have nurtured me and entertained me or educated me. Okay, but in this case, we're talking about education. Okay, quality, respectful clients. People respect you during the implementation process. Okay, I'm going to share a quick story here. Okay, so for example, when I was doing a lot of cold outbound, I would actually sign clients semi-consistently. Okay, I would get probably 2 clients a week from cold outbound, but my churn rate was crazy. I would consistently get clients who would ask for refunds constantly. Hey, I paid you this much money. I started doing the process. The process is great, but I'm not super sure. I think I'm going to take it in-house. Can you give me a refund? Just bullshit like that. Had nothing to do with my quality of service, nothing to do with my onboarding, nothing to do with anything other than the fact that these people didn't respect me or I didn't have status with these people from the jump. Okay? And then you guys are coming in here posting all this, oh, hey, entertainment, here's me flexing in the mirror. What's that going to do? Okay? So if you're tired of putting in huge amounts of input, sifting through uninterested prospects, all for minimal results, and you prefer the idea of attracting a ready-to-buy audience using leveraged videos to be able to work less and make more money, you need to start implementing this. Okay? Success is action multiplied by learning. Okay? If you are watching this video with me, you are learning something, but if you don't take action on this, you will not see any success. Point blank, period. Okay? you need to be educating first. When you should switch from education to entertainment is when you have a larger audience and people trust you a lot and know that you're really smart and know that you're really educated. And then they're like, okay, I'll have a laugh with him for a little bit. Okay. For example, let's say your professor was an absolute idiot in school. You go to school, your professor is an absolute idiot. He knows nothing. You're in chemistry class. He knows nothing about what he's talking about in chemistry. Nothing. Okay. And then he goes up there and starts making jokes. Sure, maybe some people may laugh, but the difference between that and then another professor who is clearly educated and then he jokes from time to time and has fun with his class, that's a lot different because he has a level of status. Maybe he's a doctor. He has his PhD. Okay? He has that preliminary status, so then he can go and switch to educate or entertainment. I want to drill this point into your guys' minds. Okay? So this process right here dictates the entire chain of command. Entire chain of command. You need to have educated prospects at the jump. You need to have status with these prospects at the jump. You need people who you're talking to. If it's on whatever DMs, if it's on a phone call, if it's on Zoom, like they book a call with you, you need to have a level of people knowing who you are, trusting who you are, and seeing how this could potentially implement in their business. AKA, you need to have status. Okay? Okay. So, for example, how do you pretty much now reverse engineer this to pretty much take views and reverse engineer this to make money? Okay? So what you can do is based off of the amount of impressions you get, which are eyeballs, that amount of impressions, for example, correlates to views, that correlates to meetings or an opt-in, and then that correlates to closes. Okay? When you get a close and someone comes, books a call, gives you money, that is from initial impressions. So you have to get enough initial impressions on educative material so that people, when they reach the end of that chain, okay, there's enough and there's more people at the end of that chain. Okay? So, for example, if we look at this right here, 1,000 views roughly, let's say, equals one close. That's kind of what I've seen with my YouTube channel. And my YouTube channel is very heavily focused on education. Okay? And I do that strategically. Education first. I don't really have videos of me like, hey, here's a day in the life. I don't have that. Okay? So, for example, if 1,000 views equals a close, that leads to about 200 views per video. So 1,000 impressions, 200 views. You get 5 videos per close, okay? And 30K per month is simply 1 video per day, okay? So around 1,000 views per video, okay? For example, around 4K cash collected per sale, hypothetically for selling high ticket, okay? The algorithm picks up after the first few videos, leading to probably more than 30K per month if you're posting daily, okay? I hope this makes sense. Okay, cool. So, with myself and my clients, I've seen success by implementing this protocol. For example, I've had clients approach us, card in hand, ready to buy without a single objection. They were already pre-sold by the time we spoke due to consuming the free educational content, okay? Also, with other clients as well, we've implemented nurturing educational funnel. With a lot of my fitness clients, the main thing we do is, yes, we're running ads. Yes, we're trying to get as much attention as possible, but where can we send that attention to as soon as possible so that this sort of client can get educated? And the way we usually do that is through school, okay? I think I'm one of the first people, especially within the fitness niche and the coaching niche, to talk about the school funnel, okay? I have so many other videos on the school funnel. I talk about it in my main masterclass, my 5-hour masterclass that you should definitely go watch after this, okay? But all in all, we want people, with my fitness coaching clients, I generate attention with them. And then as soon as we get eyeballs, how quickly can we turn these eyeballs from an ad or a short form piece of content, or even a long form piece of content, into educated people, okay? The takeaway you have to remember, you cannot keep doing low leverage strategies in a competitive environment and expect to thrive, especially keeping in mind how competitive it is. You only have 24 hours in a day. You have to contribute every waking hour to the highest forms of leverage if you want to escape the 60-hour work weeks. Look at Tim Ferriss with the 4-hour work week, Okay. He talks a lot about this. What are the revenue generating activities? Okay. And the revenue generating activities in this case are generating attention, kind of like these guys. Okay. Generating attention. Sure, maybe this is in the form of entertainment. Okay. But finding a high level way to take these people to a close using an existing audience. Okay. You're going to do the same thing with education. Okay. So, spending an hour creating a video that will be distributed and work for you for months, even years of compounding outputs from one input is the goal here. Okay. For example, Naval Ravikant, or no, Chamath is, he's this guy on Twitter, early investor in Facebook. What he talks about a lot is the highest forms of leverage are media and code in today's market in 2024. Okay. And if you can leverage media effectively in the form of education, that is something that can be distributed one to many. Okay? Cool. So, all in all, stop speculating, take action towards what you've learned today. If you don't take action, most people research, and then a little bit of action. This was like me when I started, but real winners, they learn from me. They watch this entire video, okay? And then they go take action on creating educational sales assets that can educate people effectively, okay? Because all in all, this is a process. Okay, this is, I'm going to pull up a Miro board here so you guys can see. Apologies, I'm in a hotel in Budapest right now, filming this on my laptop. But all in all, you have your funnel, okay? And you need views off the jump, okay? And like I said, these are in the form of impressions. If you get 1,000 impressions per video, that leads to X amount of views. Let's say your click-through rate is 20%, which is very good. That leads to 200 views, okay? And then on average, let's say from 200 views of obviously educational content, these people from 200 views get changed, get converted to, let's say, hypothetically, 1 to 3 sales calls, okay? And this is built off of one video. And again, this is worst case scenario. You can have videos that have way more, obviously, than 200 views. I have videos that have a couple thousand views, and those videos have generated me a lot of money, okay? And they're all educational, not entertainment. It's very easy to make entertainment content that gets 100,000 views, Mr. Beast style, okay? But can you get educative content with a lot of views, okay? So I hope this makes sense. All in all, I hope you understand why this market is so bloody competitive. Okay, why just building an audience is absolutely pointless in today's day and age. You cannot just build an audience. You have to build an audience around education. Okay, and find strategic ways to educate. I would watch my other school videos about that specifically. Okay, and how just putting in limitless inputs, working more and more and more without an actual leveraged machine that you're putting inputs into is an absolute waste of time. So how can you generate attention effectively and convert that attention effectively? Okay, so I hope this makes sense. This pretty much influences the entire process. Like I said, even after people close and they give you money, this leads to higher, more committed clients, not people who are churning crazy, okay? And this leads to you, so this is when people give you cash, okay? And this leads to you being happy. Thank you for watching. Hope you got value. Enjoy your evening.